First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Good. 180.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball.
I got you.
On first and 10, Mayfield. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The drive will start with Connor. There he goes, right side. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards on the ground. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A big run by Kareem Hunt. 66 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Hey, alert 3. Bang, bang, bang.
Run.
Bang, bang. Check that 7.
King.
Tighten up.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Record. Check three. Check 3.
Here's Connor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
230.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing on second and 8. Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Connor. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Connor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it third and goal.
Black 30.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge.
Monday.
Back.
Wide second.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
It's now fourth and goal.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out the, just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Point it right. Regular.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Snickers, 66. Pilot, 64. Weak.
48 for Mike. I got
8. Block it.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Here we go. Black 80. 59. Black is done.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll go with Snell here on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The defense is saying, okay, now that's more like it.
Yeah, we hear from coaches all the time how they preach a next play mentality. Doesn't matter whether the previous one was good or bad. You move on to the next one. But we just saw evidence of that happening right there.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
Check it backer.
On second down now, it's Connor. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
180.
Check 48.
Solid. 5 down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's go. First down. Alert flat.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Tight dog.
They'll run on first down. Connor trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
This is Connor. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
180.
He's creeping.
These two.
He's checking cracks.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field when you go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, switch gears.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, alert!
Double up. He's coming, double up.
I got it.
Here's Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Complete to Odell Beckham Jr. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Ravens.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, Hunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. Spinning away. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Hey, I-7.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He finds Roberts, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run again with Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Set, 180.
Check 55 to Mike. Check down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check your hot read.
Again, it's Connor. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Like 80!
Check 48 to Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Snickers.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A first down throw for Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Bud Dupree able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And again, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Jack 16.
He'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
All right, now, black 20.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Black it.
On third down, it's Connor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen.